All right, welcome in, Coach Muss. Hutch, you want to get us started, please?
Yeah, sure, Coach. Y'all had a heartbreaking loss last time out. Dropped under 500, down three guys to injury. Just what's it say about your team to come out and have an effort like this?
Well, I thought our competitive spirit, our toughness, will to win. I thought it was at a high level against Mississippi State, and I thought we carried that over to another 40 minutes tonight. To think we have three players out, short turnaround, back-to-back road games against a team that we had beaten previously. It's always hard in this league to win two games against the same opponent. I think we played our best 80 minutes of basketball in our last two games, and hopefully we continue to improve, continue to get better behind closed doors. Everybody has worked extremely hard. We had not a good shoot around, but a phenomenal shoot around today. And sometimes when you're struggling, it's hard to have the energy and enthusiasm, but I think the staff and the players have done a great job of continuing to try to get better. And I thought tonight was a reflection of a team that is getting better.
And y'all did a really good job limiting Taylor and Radford both. Just what was the key to that?
From a preparation standpoint, we watched a lot of film yesterday in short segments, and obviously the game plan was to try to limit both of their touches. I thought we did not a good job, but a phenomenal job of that. Coming into the game plan was to try to make Taylor a passer. Obviously, he did a good job with his 9 assists, but we did not want him aggressively hurting us from three, and in 37 minutes to hold him, to not make a 3-point shot is impressive. So again, I thought, defensively, in the second half, we were really, really good. And I thought in the first half, we were good, although, they shot 45% in the first half. We still felt at halftime like the game was moving in the direction that we wanted. Even Garcia's 3-ball and Solomon Washington took a 3. So we had some guys taking shot attempts outside comfort zones that we wanted to. So, I thought offensively, 207 passes is a really good number against a team that, it's sometimes hard to pass because of their number of steals, but a team that was undersized, a team that was undermanned in a short turnaround on a back-to-back trip after losing a very difficult game. This team played their hearts out.
Jackson.
Yeah, Eric, Layden Blocker, I think he was plus 17 and 23 minutes, something like that. Just did it feel like he was having that big of an impact in real time? And how much are you enjoying just kind of seeing the freshman grow from game to game?
Yeah, I thought he played really good tonight. Obviously, his 2 steals, in the 23 minutes that he was in, he was able to guard Taylor and did a really good job other than the fouls, but we want him to be aggressive defensively. I thought he was phenomenal tonight. I thought Makhi Mitchell's right now playing as good as any center in the league. So both those guys were instrumental, but certainly Layden tonight gave us a huge lift off the bench, as our bench play was really good, and probably, quite frankly, the difference in the game was our bench play.
Yeah, and I mean, A&M had a lot of offensive rebounds, but they didn't convert those too many into a lot of second chance points. Is that just effort? Is there something else there? I mean, how were you guys able to maybe neutralize their offensive rebounding a little bit from a scoring standpoint?
By going vertical, by understanding that they were going to offensive rebound, especially when we knew that, Graham was going to be unavailable and we had 2 days to prepare. And we talked about trying to, when they do get offensive rebounds and they're inside zone 1, to go vertical and try to alter shots, try to do that without fouling. I think for the most part, we did a phenomenal job of defending second shot opportunities, because it's really hard to keep them off the glass. It was, just as important to talk about defensive blockouts as it was to work, drill, and talk about defensive verticality off of the offensive rebounds, which is something, you normally don't want to talk to your team about another team grabbing offensive rebounds, but we knew that it was going to be very difficult to keep them off the glass, but maybe second jumps and verticality could help us. And I thought that, the 8 blocks was extremely important. And then there was probably another 5 that were altered around the rim.
Bob,
Yeah, Eric, first off, congrats on a great win. Tennessee, Kentucky, Florida all came in here and lost, or all came in there and lost, I should say. And you guys, like you say, you're shorthanded. It's been a rough year. How'd you guys pull this off?
Like I said, I mean, I know that people get tired when a coach talks about good practices, but we have had good practices, Bob. I mean, I think that, some of the things that we do and have done in the past are now starting to sink in with some guys. I hope that these, last 2 games and the first half against Tennessee, I hope that, really that's 100 minutes or whatever. It was really good basketball. We stunk in the second half against Tennessee. First half, I thought we played really, really hard. Look, this has not been easy. When you look at the injuries we've had, Graham was out the entire Bahamas. He's been out of late. Brazile has been out of late. Minifield was a factor in the last game against Texas A&M. That group that was out there tonight, played with great toughness, great enthusiasm. I mean, I think you could see the joy. Davenport was playing with great fun and a great competitive spirit. So really proud of our team tonight. And quite frankly, sometimes you lose a game and you can still be proud of a team. And that's what happened on this 2-game road segment.
And then T-Mark, I think he scored 61 points in 2 games against the Aggies, and looked like his shoulder was really bothering him there in the first half. But what'd you think of his second half and just how he played, kind of really helped carry along with Makhi offensively, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, we went to a lot of isolations with him at the top of the key. I played him at the point guard position entirely the second half, where he was the primary ball handler, and we had other point guards running ghost screens or in the corner to try to space the floor out and let him go to work. And I thought he was phenomenal with the shot selection. Obviously, that big 3 that he took was extremely important. The free throws attempted, the 8 for 10 from the line, and Kai's 10 of 12. Those free throws were, were game altering, gimmies that you want guys to make from the foul line. So a lot of really positive things to build off.
And did you feel like T-Mark showed some pretty good toughness? Because like I say, his shoulder looked like it was really bothering him. So I'm assuming he must have played through some stuff.
Yeah, quite honestly, we didn't know if he would practice last couple of days or play. I mean, he's been getting with our trainer. I'm usually one of the first ones in the building now since I work out in there, and he's been in there a lot of late. He's playing through pain. He's doing it for the betterment of the team, but it's been bothering for quite some time.
And then we talked about the rebound, but you guys outscored the Aggies 19-7 on second chance points. I mean, that just doesn't happen because they rebound so well. What'd you think of that stat?
Well, we talked, we drilled, zone 1 scoring is vital for us with the makeup of our team. And I thought that, although we only had 11 offensive rebounds, we did do an excellent job of converting around the rim on offensive rebounds. We got to do a better job converting around the rim off the dribble, which that'll be another area. But some of the stuff that we've struggled with, we haven't been a high steal team. Now all of a sudden we're getting steals. So I think there's some real positives to build off. There's not a lot of teams that when you struggle keep getting better. And we'll see how we do in this 2-game homestand. But certainly staff, players feel like there's been great progress of late.
I just got one more. Makhi, he's, back-to-back career highs and really pretty good for about the last 7 or 8 games outside of Tennessee. What do you think's been the key to that? And can he sustain this kind of play?
Well, we certainly hope he can sustain it, Bob. We need him to sustain it. He's playing as well as any center in the SEC. He's been extremely focused. There's been no distractions with his minutes out there. We're really relying on him. He's coming off the bench tonight. He played 33 minutes off the bench. Basically, both halves sat for about 3 minutes and then went the duration the last 17 minutes of both halves. We did not sub much at all down the stretch. I thought that group did a great job. Played focused, didn't play tired. Huddles were awesome. Guys talking about how to win. Halftime, the guys were super engaged on some player evaluation stuff that we needed to improve on. And, so really proud of how Kai and that whole group was that was out there tonight.
Hey, thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
Anthony.
Yeah, you've mentioned a couple of times, the depth with, 3 guys out. You also had to contend with a lot of foul trouble. I think everybody who played for you guys tonight had 3 or more fouls. Can you just talk about from, your perspective, how do you kind of handle that? And how did you kind of see the team kind of, I guess, come over that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's, that probably factored in why we lost the other night is, we had so many guys out down the stretch when we needed a basket, that last 45 seconds. And, look, we recognize that we haven't been a team that's created enough offense through our defense. We've been super focused, laser focused on trying to create more steals, on trying to have more defensive activity. And when you do that, it can lead to some foul trouble. So, that's one of the things that we want to continue to get better at, defending without fouling, but also trying to create more steals. And tonight, causing 12 turnovers and us with the number of steals we had at 7. And we've done a good job of late of doing that. And we need to continue that.
And then just kind of talking about it from, your guys' perspective as coaches, when you lose some tough games like you have, confidence can become an issue. How do you guys make sure that, the players maintain their confidence and kind of can build on, results like this?
Well, you get back in the gym and you show the guys that you believe in them by how you prepare. The staff's done a great job of having incredible energy. The assistant coaches and the support staff and certainly the graduate assistants, those guys have done an incredible job during difficult stretches of we send individual clips to guys. We have great film sessions and yep, it's been a struggle for sure. Team is battling, team is competing, and I feel like we are getting better as a team. So, like I said, we'll see what happens over this 2-game homestand and see if we can continue to build and improve as a unit.
Jackson, you got one?
Yeah, just one more. KB tonight, he was 3 for 15 from the field, but he played 35 minutes, did a lot of little things. I mean, when he has missed shots in the past, maybe he hasn't gotten that kind of minutes. What is he doing to make sure he's, staying on the floor and having a positive impact?
Well, I think, we're as a group, we're playing with toughness and I've made a decision to go with a certain group of guys. One thing is the steals. I mean, tonight he had 2 steals, 2 of our 7. So that defensive activity, his ability to draw free throws attempted tonight, he went to the line 10 times. And so, and with players being out, that opens up opportunities too, Jackson, because, I mean, we got 3 guys that play, pretty significant minutes. So that means somebody else is going to get those minutes. And certainly KB's done a good job, although he struggled tonight offensively from the field. He did a great job from the foul line.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, you guys.